Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stand Up Speakeasy. I'm your host, Srethne, and every episode of the Stand Up Speakeasy, I bring on a comic from all over the country, and I interview them, and we raise like social media numbers for them. So when this whole thing's over, they're all ready for their clubs, and and that's what they look for nowadays, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, all the way from my home state of Denver, or from Colorado, uh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Rick Bryan. Hey Rick, how are you?
What's happening?
Not much, just chilling. Thank you so much for being my guest today. It means a lot to me.
Thanks for having me, man.
You're welcome, indeed. I'm looking forward to diving into your comedy journey. I love diving into people's comedy journeys because it's just like there's some things we have in similar and some things that are different, and I just love every bit of it. So you're a stand-up comic from Denver, Colorado, and what's the scene like out there?
Right now, man, it's they got some open mics running. When it was warm, they were doing outdoor shows. I did one like a drive-in theater type, which was crazy. It was fun, but it was different. It's not the same. Now, yeah, I see some open mics coming back to life. A couple showcase shows. The Comedy Works, the downtown club can't open, but the South Club is doing shows. The Denver Improv, where I work out most of the time, they're not coming back to life until they can do 100% capacity. So that sucks. Looney's Comedy Corner in Colorado Springs, they're up and running. I got to headline there in September. I think they shut down for a little bit again, but then they're back up and running now. They're doing good.
Awesome. Yeah, I love.
So yeah, the scenes, it's trying to come back to life, man. I've been going out of town mostly. I'll be tomorrow. I'm leaving to go to South Dakota.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be out there at the Naked Winery in the Black Hills. I'm headlining up there.
Dang, you're making some moves there.
Trying, man. I mean, I've made as many moves as I can during this. It's little towns and stuff mostly that want to keep things up and going. The cities. I went to Utah and introduced myself to Wise Guys Comedy Club. They're doing stuff. So, yeah, I'm trying to stretch out, man, as much as I can. Maybe hit up Kansas City again. I was out there about a year and a half ago.
Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, I love Loonies and I love the Comedy Works downtown, and I got to perform on both stages, and the staff and everyone's all good. I love that.
Hell yeah.
And all the little small towns, like I mentioned it before we went on air. It's like I was started like comedy, and like my second time on stage ever was in Pueblo, Colorado, and that's my home. And I love that city with all my heart. So and give it up for all the small towns out there. So you can be heard on Comedy 103.1 FM, Spotify, Pandora, Google Play, Napster, Amazon, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, and iTunes. And what was it like hearing your voice for the first time on the radio?
That's a trip still. Even when I hear it now, it trips me out. It's one thing to hear it on the line or something just being played back, but when you're just flipping through the channels, FM radio 103.1, and you hear your voice, it's cool, man. It's surreal because, I'm probably out door dashing or working my handyman job during the day. So I'm busting my ass still listening to me on the radio going, wait a minute. I thought something was supposed to change when you got on the radio. What's happening now, man? I'm still in the same boat. But it's cool. I got a little residual check from it, last year, which was nice. I mean, it's not just played here, in Colorado. That comedy radio station's played all over the place. So I'm being heard, nationally, a little bit in Canada. So it's cool, man. I like it. It's awesome.
That's so rad. I remember when my buddy, his name is Phil Scratch Cummings, and he's the host called 420 Funny, and he has like all kinds of comedians send from all over the country send their audio to him in Daytona Beach, and he plays it. So I'll have to get you connected. Hopefully he has that show still going because what he's doing for the scene is pretty awesome. But yeah, when I heard my voice on his radio station, I was like, dang, that's so awesome.
Right, it is, man. It's cool. Hell yeah. I've been played on there for years now, probably at least 5 years now. And yeah, to hear my stuff come up still is just like, oh, wow, that's me.
Heck yeah. That's so rad. We have some audience members in the room, so if you'd like to jump into the live chat, you're more than welcome to, but be nice to us. It'd be awesome. So, you also mentioned that you've performed all over the country, Rick, from Kansas City to Utah to everywhere in between, and you performed at Comedy Works South End Downtown, Denver Improv, Wits End, Looney's Comedy Corner, the Down Under Comedy Club, Funnies Comedy Club in Oklahoma, Laugh Factory in Chicago, LA Comedy Club, and Jokers Comedy Club in Las Vegas. And you also headline Snappers Comedy Club in Palm Harbor, Florida. And you're also heading out to Black Hills soon. So, what are your favorite memories from all of those great comedy clubs and venues?
Oh man, I mean, that's just so many there. Uh, Laugh Factory was surreal. Like I got a feature there before I ever did any 5 minutes or anything. Like my buddy took me out there, and Dick Black, he was headlining. We drove straight out there. He headlined, I featured. So I got to do 20 minutes on the Laugh Factory stage. It was badass, man. It's the only show where I was so nervous. Like after I got done performing, I went performed, everything went well. I went outside and I got nauseous. Like I get beforehand, maybe get nauseous or something, the nerves and everything, but this was already over with. Everything was done, but the excitement, the everything, the feel of it, man. I felt like I needed to throw up after I got done doing it. I went outside. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get sick. My lady's like, go outside. I went outside. I was like, oh God, there's more people out here than there are inside. This is craziness. And you go back inside. And yeah, I went into the bathroom, man. I got sick. I was so like my nerves were just so freaking high from doing that. 20 minutes on that stage. It was awesome. Same with Snappers. I went down there. I gave them like a 5 minute. He told me just go for 5 minutes. When the light hit, when I get you the light, we hit you with the light, get off the stage. I was like, cool. About 10 minutes go by. I was like, shit, I know it's been longer than 5 minutes. He hit me with the light. I wrapped it up. He's like, what are you doing Halloween weekend? I was like, oh, hell yeah. He brought me back to headline that whole weekend. And that's when I decided to take a cross-country road trip with my wife. Yeah, actually, I was supposed to perform in New Orleans. There's a comedian named John Locken, and he booked me for a show in New Orleans. So we drove down to New Orleans. I get there. I asked him what's going on. Dude just looks at me like nothing. He's like, oh, yeah, no, I got rescheduled. I'm like, dude, I drove down from Denver. What the heck? Why wouldn't you say anything to me? Oh, yeah, no, my bad. He didn't give a shit, man. I was like, fuck this dude, man. No, I'm not even trying to work with this fool ever again. So we ended up just hanging out in New Orleans. I partied all night. And then we drove into Florida. I did the weekend there. Took 2 days after that just to go sit on the beach. Down there, man, it was badass just to sit on the beach and do nothing all day. It was nice. She always wanted to go to Savannah, Georgia. Don't know why, but she wanted to. It was on the way up into New York, so we stopped in there. We did one of them little ghost tours and shit. It was crazy, man. I guess they got a lot of haunting crap going on out there in Savannah, Georgia. But then from there, we went to New York. Spent, 4 days in New York? We stood in Brooklyn. But then we went around Manhattan, looking at all the clubs and stuff. I performed at, The Creek and the Cave, I think it's called, out there in New York City. I did only a little 3-minute spot, but, whatever, man. I got out there, did my thing. And then we stopped into Ohio for the night, drove into Chicago. I wanted to get back on the Laugh Factory stage, but I wasn't able to that time. So we just, showed her Chicago and shit. And then drove to Kansas City, and I can't remember where it was. A little Mercury Cafe, I want to say it is. Just a little cafe shop, a spot they got out there in Kansas City, and I headlined that room. Got to stay out there, and then drove back to Denver. Then I did a show in Utah. That was all in one big old string, man, just a one-time trip. And we had the time of our lives, man. So that's probably the most memorable one is that trip, was with my wife going around the country and shit. And that was right before COVID. That was right before all this happened. So that was in November, not last year, but the year before, 2019.
Bang. And it started off bad, but it ended beautifully. It was just awesome. And so I did a show in Savannah at the place called The Wormhole. And my God, that room was amazing. If you ever get to go back to Savannah, hit up those folks up at the Wormhole, and it's just everyone's focused on you. It's it's a loud bar, but then when it's comedy show time, everyone's focused on you, and it's one of the most amazing experiences ever.
The Wormhole?
Yeah.
All right, I have to remember that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I want to go back to Savannah though. That haunted ass place, man.
I understand for sure.
We had fun though.
Indeed, most definitely. Oh man, good stuff. And so you also headlined at the Hyatt Evans Agency and across the country for Entertainment Max. And how do you link up with all those folks?
Other comedians, they recommend me for a gig, and then I just went out there and did it, and they just kept me rolling with it. Um, I believe I want to say it was Entertainment Max. I went out to Green River, Wyoming. It's like a trailer park on the side of the highway in Wyoming, man. We walked in this bar. It was a biker bar. Like me and my buddy, they're like, nah. Music stopped. Everybody turned and looked at us. I was like, oh, God, this is going to suck bad, dude. My buddy ends up doing like 30 to 40 minutes. I end up doing an hour and 10 minutes. Like they just fucking loved us once we got done. And then I developed a relationship. It might have been Hyatt Evans. I'm not sure. But Entertainment Max had me featuring all over the country for them. And then Hyatt Evans gave me a few gigs after that. They're hard though, man. You know, they only pay a couple $100 and you're driving hundreds and hundreds of miles. So, you know, if you're in it for the money, good luck to you, man, because I've been doing it 12 years and I haven't found the money yet. The improv is paying pretty good. You know, they take care of their comedians. It really sucks. It's been the longest I've been away from that club in the 10 years since it's opened or whatever it is. Yeah, missed that place, man.
Indeed, I feel you on that. And it's like I set up my own tour, and I had like 14 performances in 10 days, back to back to back, from
Nice.
like Florida to Georgia and back again. And,
yeah, I want to go back out to Florida.
Oh, it's a beautiful scene.
I like it, man. It's just too goddamn sweaty.
Oh, that's for sure.
It's a freaking sauna at all times. And then everywhere you go inside, it's fucking freezing, bro. What the hell's that about? I can't live like that. That's the only thing that bothers me. Fucking sweating my ass off and I'm freezing my fucking balls off. It's crazy.
Yeah, indeed. I saved up like $300. My dad threw in an extra 100 because he believed in my comedy dreams. And by the end of the whole tour, had $40 left in my pocket. But it was
right. See what I'm saying? Yeah. People would tell me, man, we should come out here and do some tile for me. And at first I laughed it off and I started thinking to myself, I'm like, fuck, man, I make more money doing tile for somebody, you know, than I do comedy. I might as well travel the country. And that's what actually took me out to Snapper's Comedy Club. This old man had me doing remodel on his house and helping him bring a hot tub over and shit. And I ended up going 15 minutes up the road. I just Googled the comedy club and I went in, gave him what I got, and, you know, ended up being great. Nice little connection I have now.
Absolutely. Indeed. It's all about making connections in this comedy game for sure.
Oh, big time.
Your network is your net worth, they say. So.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, nobody likes you. Nobody wants to talk to you. Where are you going to go?
Absolutely.
You know, you got to fucking get along with somebody, shit. Even though it's hard.
Absolutely. And that's why I try to be cool with everyone, you know. And so you also performed in national contests such as the Great American Comedy Festival, Laugh Track Comedy Festival, and the World Series of Comedy. And what are some of your favorite memories from all those?
Laugh Track was cool because that's my homies here, you know, in Colorado. That's always fun when you're just hanging out with your friends and shit doing it. The World Series of Comedy, I was doing that because it was in Vegas. I go out and do 5 minutes of comedy, and I was there for 5 days, you know. When you got 3 kids and shit, you're lucky to be able to go to Vegas for 5 days without your lady.
Indeed, most definitely. And
so those ones are always fun, man. I like that, you know. I like performing in Vegas because, I mean, that's like a performance central. You know, you see all those. I want to see my face on the billboard is what I'm looking for next. You know, it's one thing just to be in those clubs, but I want to be up on that, you know, on the strip and shit. That's a dream for me right there.
Absolutely. Indeed.
How long have you been at this?
At this, 7 years, but 5 years consistently.
Okay, so what did you do 2 and then stop?
Yeah, I started off in LA at a coffee shop called the Drum Cut Cafe in Studio City because I was working the horror industry. And my mentor at the time, he's like one of the big guys of horror, one of the masters. He's like,
you're talking horror. I thought you was talking horrors. So I was like, damn, he's pimping, huh?
Oh no, I wish I was. It would be dope.
I went and checked out your website, man. Clive Barker gives you love, dog. Yeah, as soon as I read that, I was like, is that the Clive Barker? Oh fuck yeah, Pinhead, dog. Shit. Good shit, man.
Thank you, brother. It means a lot. And he's the one that said, you make me laugh here. Have you ever tried doing stand up? I'm like, nope. He goes, promise me you do some stand up before you leave for like, everyone at the office at an open mic. I'm like, okay, sounds good. I kept my promise and I did it. Got so nervous. I dressed up as my Wu-Tang superhero outfit, like from head to toe.
I see you like Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I love them. They're awesome. And then I switched out my clothes and everything after my set. And I traded it for my Rage Against Machine shirt, and I walked back in, and the host was like, "You got 5 more minutes because I need to fill up more time so these people can pay me." And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about, dude." He goes, "So you're pulling an Andy Kaufman on me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm it's so much
So
fun.
your origin story
Yeah.
is fucking Clive Barker
Yeah,
told
it's
you
true.
to do comedy?
Yeah.
Oh hell no! Yeah, it's awesome, dude. That's awesome shit. Why you in it, Clive Barker? What you mean, Clive Barker, man? That is awesome. So
Yeah.
you were working with him then, or do you
Yep.
still work with him?
I worked with him from like for I was his apprentice for 4 years, like back in like 2009 to 2013.
How'd you
Cause
get into that?
I read one of his books called Mr. Be Gone. It's about a demon that possesses a book while you read it, and it just messes with your head the whole time. It's so much fun. And then I wrote him back. I wrote him. I said, "Hey, this book really meant a lot to me."
I
And then
think somebody's trying to call me on my Facebook. Can I shut down my Facebook while we're still on the stream?
yeah,
All right. Yeah, I have somebody trying to call me on that. Oh man. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, dude.
cool. No worries. And so he scared me with Hellraiser and Candyman and stuff. And I'm like, I
Oh,
need
dude, that's my shit. Yeah, I know. So that's why I got excited. I was like, this is the Clive Barker, man. This is right.
Indeed, I was like, you gotta teach me how to scare people like you do with me. And he took me in as his intern, and he asked me 3 questions. I didn't expect him to interview me himself. I thought just people were gonna do it for him, like his assistants. But he interviewed me himself. 3 questions later, he loved me, and then he goes, "I want you as my intern to start off." And then on my last day, I brought RZA up to the studio because I went and saw Method Man, Redman, and Ghostface at the House of Blues on the Sunset Strip.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I was trying to get them to get work together, but it didn't work out because, Clive was on a roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster with me leaving the next day.
Well,
And
what's
so,
up with that? Why'd you leave working with him?
like all the venues started closing on me, and I didn't have anywhere to work. And I'm like, because I was a concert journalist out there, and I'm like,
Oh,
and so I moved back home to Colorado, in Pueblo, and I said, all right, I'm tired of writing about all these famous bands because I was like, they noticed I was with Clive, and so they would give me like like concert tickets
of
and free
course.
photo
Yeah, yeah.
passes. Yeah, and I'm like, this is so awesome. I got to see Cypress Hill, The Doors, Deftones, Black Label Society, Alice in Chains, like all these guys for free. It was nuts. Sold out
Shit.
shows, Soundgarden, and everything. And all the venues started closing, and I'm like, this is crap.
Oh,
So I said,
that sucks.
yeah, but the cool thing is, like we released Nightbreed, the director's cut, right, from 1990,
Yeah.
and he put my name in the director's cut, and so I got a movie credit before I left Hollywood. I was like, this is dope.
So this just happened then? That you just finished working with
Yeah,
him and everything?
yeah, I left in 2013, and the
Okay.
movie came out in 2014, and I was like, this is his way
That's
of thanking
awesome.
me after all those years. Like, man, that's so dope to see. And then the name appears underneath Quentin Tarantino's movie theater, so it makes it much sweeter. So like, yeah,
Dude, that's fucking pimp. Hell yeah,
yeah.
dog.
And I was,
Congratulations on all that shit.
oh, thank you so much. And then I made an impact in my hometown. And then I said, hey, I'm moving to Florida. I just need 3 bands and 3 comics because I just interviewed everyone and wrote concert articles for everyone, took photos of everyone for free. Like I didn't even charge them or nothing. And I put them on like a
That's the
major
way to
platform.
do it, though. That's cool, You shouldn't be. Yeah, no, that's petty to charge people for shit like that. I don't. I see people do that in comedy clubs all the time. That motherfuckers line up around the room, $20 a pop. It's like what? Nah, man, to take a picture with you? Hell nah.
No,
I wouldn't
exactly.
do it.
Nope. And then I said I'm moving to Florida to pursue stand up, and I tagged one member of each band, and they're like, we all want in on this, and I'm like, okay. So I booked everyone, so it turned into a 3-day festival, and now they call it Sureth Fest, and I'm stuck with my own festival for 8 years now. It's like, and
Oh,
speaking
really?
of, yeah, it's pretty dope. It's
Well,
and
what's
and
up? Book me on that shit.
you got it, man. You got it.
Come out, fuck it. Yeah, I'm down. Hell yeah.
Absolutely, and it's a paying gig too. So we'll talk
Oh,
about
even
pay.
better, bro.
We'll
I
talk
was
about
about to
pay
do
after.
it for free.
I take care of everybody from top to bottom. So like the
Well, how you
venues,
end
the
up hearing?
band.
How you end up thinking about me?
Oh, I just looked on like the Colorado scene, like I discovered you on like a show flyer, and I'm like, I got to reach out to all these comedy comics, Colorado comics, because I want to put everyone, the whole state on the map like I did with Florida. Because like you guys are like my home state, and I'm like I want to give back, and I learned so much out here from all the Florida comics, and I'm like got to give back to like my hometown, my home state, so do more of an impact, more than like what I did for my city, and so
Hell yeah, dog. Right on, man. Well, thank you.
yeah,
I appreciate
you're
it. Shit.
you're welcome. And so we'll talk about those details after and see how I can get you to Strathfest and all that stuff. I'm starting Strathfest here in Daytona Beach too, so it's gonna
Fuck
be
yeah, dog. I'm down. Shit. Yeah.
so it's gonna be
Yeah.
super dope. It's gonna be like 2 festivals in 1 year for this, and it's just it's beautiful, organic. It's like
How
it's
far
just
is that from Palm Harbor?
it's about 3 hours, I think.
That ain't shit, man. Maybe I hook some up with snappers and that, man. Make a little trip out of it.
Hell yeah, dude. That'd
Yeah,
be pretty
definitely.
awesome.
Let's work on that. After fuck yeah, man. I'm glad you hit me up. Right on.
Indeed. I'm glad you responded, so it means a lot to me. So I don't mean
I
to
mean,
bring
now, especially, with everything going on, people bitch about being on Zoom camera. I don't give a fuck, dude. Whatever. I'm hanging out. Somebody's interested in what I'm doing. I've done a couple of them. Have you done any Zoom shows?
I have.
What do you
And
think about those?
it's like the delay of laughter is just too much on me, and I'm like, I need that.
It's terrible. Okay, so when you're on stage, do you pause for the laugh?
I do. When I
Okay, see,
hear
I
a
don't.
comment,
I don't. I'm one of the. I don't know if you've seen any of my shit. If you looked online or whatever, but if you notice, I just go because I noticed that I don't. I know I'm talking over my stuff sometimes. I know that, but if you pause and you don't get that fucking laugh, oh man, that's the worst. That's the worst. So even on these Zooms, they're laughing. I know they're missing shit that I'm saying because I ain't gonna shut up. I keep going fucking. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that delayed bullshit. I need that instantaneous. So if I'm on, joke number 3, you're still laughing at joke number 1, but it's barely coming through. Hey, that's good enough for me.
Indeed. Well, like it depends on the crowd because, like, when I perform at my homeroom, which I'm doing my magnum opus at the moment, I'm like my masterpiece of jokes, and it's like 12 tracks, like an hour-long record or whatever in Daytona Beach. Like the laughs are short because like there's like only 5 people in the audience because it's midnight, and I
Yeah,
love it. Like
I
I
know
love
how
it like
that
that.
I know.
I love it like that though, but the laughs carry all the way to the front of the phone that I'm recording it on. But
See, that's a good feeling too, man. When people are like, "Fuck," they don't really want to hear comedy, but you still get them. You're like, yeah, I did that. They were not into this at all. Shit. You ever open up for any rock groups or anything?
and well, just all the local bands in my hometown, and that's good enough for me. So
My
that's
favorite rapper of all time is Scarface.
nice. I love Scarface.
I gotta open up for him one time.
Yeah, we'll get into that for sure. I can't wait to
Yeah,
hear
man.
that story.
Fuck yeah, man.
I saw him perform at a train station in Los Angeles,
Oh, okay.
and that show is badass. Like,
Dude, it shows. Yeah, I love seeing. I've seen him. I've only seen him twice live, and one
nice.
time I got to fucking open up the show, and because my homie, he raps, and he got to work with Devin the Dude. You know who Devin the Dude is?
Yep.
Got to open up for him twice as a
Dang.
comedian. Dog, yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And those shows, they don't want comedy at all. At all. It doesn't fucking matter who. I mean, maybe if you Dave Chappelle, or Chris Rock or something came out, they might give credit, but they didn't want me up there, and I knew it. So I'd have to tell them, I'm like, I lie. I get up there, I'm like, look, I know y'all don't want no comedy, but he's still getting ready back there, man. So they got me coming up doing 10 minutes so he can get prepared. Let me do 10 minutes bullshit with y'all, man, and we get face out of here. Y'all good with that? Boom. They were like, yeah, fuck it. I was like, all right, man, get into it. Otherwise, you're dead. If I would have just walked up and just started to, all right, ladies and gentlemen, think, fuck no, they would move me the hell off. It would have been terrible. But because I give it that little setup. Same thing I was telling you about that show in Green River, Wyoming, where they were like, music stopped and everything. No, they were done with us. So it was me and my homie. Same thing. I set it up. I went up. I'm the headliner, so I'm not supposed to go up, before the opening act. The opening act goes up. He introduces me. He sets it up for me. I was like, hold on, dude. Step back for a minute. Let me set this up for us. Same thing. I'm like, look, we drove 8 hours from Denver. It's popping on the weekend. Do you understand that? We drove all the way here to Green River, Wyoming, in the middle of fucking nowhere. Do you know why we're here tonight? We came to party with you motherfuckers. Y'all down to have a good time. Boom! They fucking like, yeah. And I was like, all right, shit, come on, man. Get up here quick. I got them now. Keep them. And that's all you can do in a moment. Like that's what brought me to it was those 5 people. You're sitting there. You can feel the energy. There is no fucking energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, this is gonna suck. And then you just boom, you get them. You're like, oh yeah, this is the shit. So that's what brought me. That's what took me on that little train right there, man. Was you talking about the 5 people? It's like when the people don't want to laugh, but you get them to laugh. That's a damn good day.
Absolutely. And there's those one cases where I performed it when I went on that tour, that 14-day show, 10-day tour or whatever. And I stopped at after Savannah. I went to Atlanta to do the Relapse Theater where Rory Scovel did his Netflix special.
Okay.
And like there was so many people in there. There was there was no seats at all. Like people had to sit on their butts in the front and stand in the back because there's so many people there.
Hell
and
yeah.
like I did like 7 minutes there, and like the laughs took so long to go by that I couldn't, jump right into like each joke. Like it was like
Because you're stepping over your joke. Yeah, I know. That's a good feeling too when you're up there and you're like, oh shit, I gotta wait a minute. They're still going. That is a great feeling. I sold the Denver Improv out for my album. That's why you can hear me on Pandora and all that is because my album, the guys who recorded me can eat a dick. Those fuckers, man, they really screwed me over. They just took money from me, recorded me on their phone and shit. They pretended like they're a production company. It was terrible. Anyways, I still took, what I had and I made what I could out of it. But I think it's 420 people that the Improv holds, man. And I sold that bitch out. They only had 1 bartender on staff. Wow. And oh yeah, she's like, "What the fuck, Rich?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did this shit. Hell yeah, man!" When family's in the audience, that's when it gets like, "Uh-oh," because those motherfuckers want to embarrass you. They just by instinct, they're like, "Yeah, watch this." Like, "Fuck you, man. This is my moment to shine." They didn't, dude. Nobody fucking heckled me. Nobody shut me down, and I went for like almost, I think, an hour, like 50 minutes. Damn. And yeah, to look and see, my mom's in the crowd. I'm doing jokes about cocaine. I'm like, I'm sorry. I got my cousins over here. Like, you're gonna fucking get a clown. Nah, man, they're just laughing and laughing. Like, this is what I want. This is why I do this. I didn't get paid a fucking anything extra. I didn't get no extra because I'm, the feature there. I wasn't supposed to be headlining, but she's like, I'll let you do the one show. And I was like, cool. The one show is all I need. And it was the early show. I think it was Saturday. Early show, and oh yeah, dog, I packed that bitch out, dude. It was fucking tight. There's no other feeling like that, man. When there's no room, they're standing up. Like there had to be more than 420, because if it seats 420, there were people like they were adding seats around the fucking poles and shit. And I was like, this is cool. This is fucking cool. My cousin came up to me. One of my cousins, like, I think he's funny as shit. I watched him make my great grandma to my little 2-year-old fucking cousins laugh all of them laughing their asses off. He came up to me and he's like, I can't fucking believe you're doing this. Look at all these people came to see you. I was like, I know, fool. I'm freaking out right now. There's no other feeling like it, man.
No way, Jose. That's so true. And I can't believe like Denver's Improv is bigger than Orlando Improv, because Orlando Improv has 300 seats. Okay. And there was like, I did a show there like on a Wednesday. No promo, no nothing on the tables, no posters or nothing. And the dude's name wasn't even on. He had me. I reached out to him. He had me set up the whole show and everything. I produced the whole thing, and I featured. And it was like my first time show ever there. They paid me $100 to do 10 minutes, right? And but before that, I did I jumped on the radio and I promoted it. And all of a sudden, the show's supposed to start at 8:00, and then like 8:20 comes around, and people more still kept on coming in, and so they go, yeah. We can't start this until everyone comes in.
That's good, because sometimes this one will start. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, man, I'm the host. Nobody's listening. They're still coming in. This sucks, man. But you have to stay on track, for the other shows and shit in order to close out. I get it, but it sucks sometimes when they do that. So that's cool that they held off for it,
Oh, yeah, dude. And, when I jumped on the radio, the dude told me I only got 70 people on my list. And then on my list alone, like without promotion, it was like 20 people. So we had like 100 people set. But but then all of a sudden everyone heard me on the radio. 180 more people shut up, so it was like 280 out of 300. So it was like,
that's fucking tight.
It made it worth that $100. So
oh yeah, I mean $100 a fucking show. That's good money. Where
Yeah.
else you making $100 for 10 to 20 minutes? Fucking nowhere. Drug
No.
dealer, man. Even a drug dealer takes longer than 10 to 20 minutes to deal the drugs. Fuck. That's good money. That's what the Improv was hooking me up. I'm making $600 a weekend over there, and it's 15 minutes down the fucking road. I'm like, yes, sold. Hell yes, this is the place to work. Love the comedy works, but I just never got to the pro level. It was a lot of Tuesdays that I'd have to be there. I raised my kids. I've been doing this for 12 years, and my oldest son is now 21. My other son's 20, and my daughter will be 17 in May. And so I've been doing this since they was little, man. They was babies and shit. My daughter was 5 when I started doing this. So to be able to juggle being a parent and fucking, chase my dream, I had to sacrifice things. I couldn't be there all the time. And, I can only be where I'm, I went for the money. I'm like, I can be out here all the time, but I got to be pulling something back in. If I'm over here just working for free all the time, I can't. I mean, I have to be dealing drugs. What the fuck? And they made weed legal, so that shit went right up.
Indeed. More people joined into the live chat. So if you're, would like to interact with us, you're more than welcome.
Where do you see that? Can I see that? Is it just this thing on the right here?
Yeah, it's on the top left corner on my side.
So nobody said shit then, right?
Not yet, anyways. But if they do, okay. I'll let you know for sure. So you knew that Clive Barker is the one that threw me into comedy. What got you into comedy?
Cancer. I had cancer. I was 30 years old. I had testicular cancer. I had to go through a couple of intense doses of chemotherapy, and they removed one of my testicles, the one that had the cancer in it. And I was freaking sick for months. And then my dad died the same year. I was going through all that, and I don't know, man, just something said I want to be a comedian. I'm going to be a comedian. I don't know what the hell we're doing here. I know I'm not dumb. I know I'm not going to make a bunch of money being a comic or nothing, but I don't know. I love, like I said, I was just telling you about stories, making people laugh is nothing else like it. No, I'm not fucking making millions of dollars. Are my bills paid from me making money? Goddamn right. I handle my business, but I've learned, just like with being a parent, I learned how to juggle all this other shit into it. So I'm a handyman. I've been a tile setter since I've been in tile since I was like 15 years old, but I've been setting it for over a decade. And I've been in business for myself for 7 years now. And that's what started. I'm like, I have to have my own business to where I can get my kids to and from school. I can go out and do some comedy. Don't have to be to work at 6, 7 in the morning. I can go in around 10 and be out to 2 in the morning. I'm just writing shit down, fucking talking shit. I mean, it's hard, my wife did put up with my ass. I'm out there in the bars, fucking drinking, coming home 2 in the goddamn morning, all hyped up, rowdy because I'm excited from the, shows or whatever. And, but that's what I want. But I was afraid I was going to become just a drunk. I'm always out there drinking. My dad died from alcoholism. He trained me to freaking drink like a goddamn champion. Budweiser's every day I was drinking there for a little while, but then I learned how to tap into it without, turn on the party without partying. So I stopped drinking Budweiser now, and I've been drinking vodka and iced tea. So if I'm getting ordered, hey man, buy him a drink, whatever, I'd be like, just give me tea and just sit there and party. Cause I don't know. I don't want to be loaded on the stage. That is one thing I do not want to be. I don't want to be a drunken embarrassment on that damn stage. I've gotten drunk and I've gone and done open mics. I've been on stage, drunk, but on a comedy club, nah. Getting paid? Hell no. Nah. Nope. I'm not getting up there all loaded. I'm trying to make money, man. No job once you come and loaded. I get offered beers all the time as a handyman. I'm fixing your house, I'm doing technical shit. Like, you want a beer? Like, nah, man. I like my fingers. Don't be dumb shit.
Man.
And then I fucked up so much in life as a kid with being in juvenile hall, jail, I went to prison, and then being a parent, just life. That's when I started telling people, don't be dumb. Life, we're all stupid. We all make dumb mistakes and shit. And that's why this slogan works for anything. Don't be dumb. Be like, what the fuck? Don't be dumb. I know you've done something dumb. Hey, you thinking about doing something dumb? Like, it hits. When you go on my website, it says, don't be dumb. It's comedy. Because everybody's telling you what you can and cannot do, man. Like, fuck you. I got into comedy to be me. not to fucking please you. I don't give two shits. Yes, I like it if you laugh, but if you don't laugh, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I came to be myself. You can't say that. You can't do that. What do you mean? Like, when could comedians say that? When were we allowed to do this? Never. If you go back to like Lenny Bruce and shit, motherfuckers being locked up for talking the way we are. Richard Pryor blew that shit up to where we can talk the way we do now, but it's never been appropriate. Like, we've always said inappropriate shit. That's what comedians do. Why? Because it's funny. And I know this shit's funny because I look at my daughter. She's growing up, and it's inappropriate, Dad. But when she tells me it's inappropriate, she fucking laughed first. And I'm like, I know it's wrong to say some of the things that come out of my mouth, but you laughed. And she's like, well, because it's funny. I said, and that is why I say things, because of the reaction. It is funny. Words right now, you can't say Nancy. Mother, please, what's wrong with you? Nancy always pissed me off growing up. Fucking somebody, oh, you a Nancy boy? What? Fuck you, I ain't no Nancy boy. You get all pissed off and shit. That's always pissed people off. But now, because it's going after old white women, oh, that's like the N-word. Bitch, you crazy. What are you talking about? It's a name. My name's Richard. It means dick on the other side. What the fuck? You're getting stupid, No, all these words hurt because you're a sensitive bitch. Otherwise, these words won't hurt. You can call you whatever the fuck you want to call you. Words roll off your back, or you're like, I'm gonna kick your ass. It's your choice. The teacher don't give a shit when the kids are talking shit. Why? Because it's stupid. It's pointless. It doesn't matter what comes out of the kid's mouth. Teacher, like, just fucking go. Just go. Go fight against, just handle yourselves. The adults don't want to deal with it. The kids like, oh, you're a poopy face. You're a doo-doo head. Parents don't give a shit. Kids, they'll fucking fight each other over those words. The words only matter if you make them matter.
Absolutely. And like, cancer runs in my family, and like when you spoke of the Budweiser, it made me think of Stone Cold Steve Austin with his Steve Weisers, and
he did Coors Light, didn't he?
I don't know what
the Coors Light guy.
He might have been. It was just like whatever he drank.
Oh, I remember that fucker. Yeah, I was in wrestling back in the day, when I was fucking retarded.
Same here. I still watch it like every once in a while. But
dude, I watched it when the pandemic happened. I was dying. There was no audience.
No,
sound, just I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. You could hear them stomping right before and I'm like, you need the audience. You need the audience for this shit, man. When I went and saw it live, the audience is most of the show.
Yeah.
I'm looking around the room going, this fucking place is live right now. It has nothing to do with the people on the actual stage. It's the fucking crowd is losing their shit over nothing. I was like, this is awesome. I like this. Well, like comedy. It's that energy. You create, it's like a wizard. You're sitting there on the stage and you create energy. I love it.
Indeed. And like you said, I don't go on stage on anything. Like, I'm like sober all the time, but I'm known as the cleanest, dirtiest comic in Daytona Beach because I say all these dirty things without saying curse words. And they're like, okay. How did you pull that off? And I'm like, that's how my brain works. And they just die laughing. And like, all my buddies are there. They all do all the drugs in the world because like it's Daytona. And like they go, whenever they get on stage, like they can't even focus. And I'm like, see, and that's why I don't do anything.
I've seen plenty of people do that. I smoke weed all day, every day, but I smoke it like cigarettes. Like I'm like Snoop Dogg. Like, how can you get up there high? I'm like, how do you get up there sober?
Yeah.
Like, just think about what we're doing right now. We are talking to hundreds of people. It's not a two-way conversation. Like right now, we are having a two-way conversation, me and you. But when it's just you on stage, there's nobody talking back. Like, what the hell are we doing? This is insanity. Hell yeah, I'm fucking high. I'm right, I'm high, man.
Indeed, most definitely. So I'll name off some names that you shared the stage with, and we'll go to Scarface here in a little bit. But you shared the stage with Laurie Callahan, Donnell Rawlings, Sam Adams, Joe Torre, Steve McGrew, Gina Brillin, Phil Palisol, Jay Phillips, Hippie Man, Mark Vieira, Chris Fonseca, April Macy, Jake Sharon, Rob Little, Deacon Gray, Ali Sadiq, Chris Voth, John Hinton, Jeff Wowzer, J.J. Williamson, Gary Washington, Mike E. Winfield, Dan Davidson, Faison Love, Nathan Timmel, Guy Torrey, Troy Baxley, Sean Harris, Chuck Roy, Theo Vaughn, B. Flat, Carmen Lynch, Mitch Fattel, Brandon T. Jackson, Red Grant, Jay Phillips, Tony Woods, Corey Holcomb, Christopher Kid Reed, Kevin Barber, Ron Ferguson, Lil Duval, Chris Porter, Emil Fry, John Ragin Caden Morgan, Susan Jones, Devin the Dude, Al Goodwin, Jeff Dye, Scarface, and Mike Epps. And what are some of your favorite memories from sharing the stages with all those folks?
Shit. A
Yeah,
lot of motherfuckers.
indeed, absolutely. That's incredible. It's just the names are just incredible.
I sure I haven't added plenty of names to that list. They I have because I started when I started that, like I had already pretty much performed for like all those people. Like, all right, let's go back. So I haven't really updated that in a minute. Lori Callahan, I don't know if you noticed, was in the middle. Then you have two columns. I put her in the middle because she's the woman who straight up believed in me, like took me on the road and tried to push me down Booker's next. So, uh, uh, Entertainment Max. Yeah, I think Entertainment Max. Uh, she's got me going on that one. So it had to been High Evan Agency for the one I was talking about earlier. Anyways, Entertainment Max. She definitely got me in with them. Um, Before I had, time, like she saw me at Looney's doing 5 minutes and was like, "No, yes, you definitely got something going on." She pushed for me. Like she, held my hand. She took me on the road. She'd pay for the gas and shit. She'd rent the car. I'm like, this is awesome, man. Just the sweetest lady. But she was going through, so much personal stuff, and life caught up with her, and unfortunately, she's no longer with us. And it's been a few years now. Rest in peace. Yeah, So that's why her name is in the middle like that. She was like my little godmother or whatever. She took me under her wing and you know tried to help me out as much as she possibly could. Showed nothing but love and asked for nothing in return. That's what was great. Just absolutely nothing in return. Um, I don't think Bo Galvin was on that. It was Bo. I don't know if he said his name. I definitely need to add Bo Galvin's name on there. If not, because he was another one who took me under and gave me, like 20 minutes when I only had like 10. Like I can see motherfuckers getting pissed too. People who work with him for years, like, who the fuck is this kid he's bringing in here? And I'm like, oh no, man, this Bo fucking likes my ass shit. Actually, Chris Fonseca was on that list. He talked shit first time he met me. He called me Bo's bitch. I was like, what, fool? He's in a fucking wheelchair. I was like, I'll fucking kick your ass out this chair, motherfucker. Obviously, I'm loud, so everybody fucking heard me. I look like a piece of shit. I'm like, nah, fuck this dude. I just made him call me a bitch. I don't know this motherfucker. I'm sorry he's in a wheelchair, but fuck him. So I definitely got to make sure I give Bo credit because, he was there for me. Lori definitely, she branched me out. She took me in and she introduced me to everybody to where I am where I'm at now because big help from her. I'm doing me, but she definitely opened the door to let me in. It's hard to get through some fucking doors, man. It's hard to even get up to knock on a goddamn door. So to have somebody open doors for you, it means something in this industry.
Absolutely, and we need more folks like Lauren. Me, and even though she's no longer here with us, we need. And that's what like folks like me is doing, like for my town, and like interviewing comics through this platform and stuff like that. Just shines the light on you all, like the ones
Paying
that
it
are
forward, like
underrepresented.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I the guy I have opening for me for years and years and years, and that's nothing from his ass. I just take him out, fucking keep working it. You do you. I got me, Alex Ash. She's been working with me for like 10 years now. Been doing the damn thing, and I'm not. You do you. Fuck it, let's do it together. You want to keep hustling. I got it. I'm setting up shit as much as I can. If I can bring you in the door, I'll hold the door open for your ass. That's all I can do. If you got some shit you can throw my way, fucking hey, man, I'll appreciate that shit too. But I mean, in the beginning, when you're throwing it to like right now, you didn't ask nothing from me. You're just paying it forward to me. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Shit. Anything I can do, holler at your boy now.
absolutely. And we spoke of Scarface earlier, one of our favorite MCs, and And so we got to talk about that. Those times you opened for him. Tell me some stories from that. Those times.
Dude, I opened for him once. I didn't even get to meet him. I didn't even. I know. I only met him at another concert I went and saw him at, and I was like crowded right up to the front. You know, there was like one person in front of me. Like I shook his hand while he was fucking doing his thing on stage. That was the shit right there. So, but when I opened up for him, I didn't even get to meet him or nothing, man. I just got to fucking open up, do my thing. I pretty much just like 420 jokes talking about, you know, don't be dumb, fucker. It's a cookie. You shouldn't kick your ass, you know, shit like that. Yeah. But again, I was so excited, so nervous that I'm sharing the stage. You know, I'm on the stage. He's about to be doing the damn thing. I've been listening to him since the 80s, like the late 80s. I was only like 10 or 11 listening to his. Like I wasn't supposed to be listening. I grew up. I just loved it. People back in the day were like Tupac or Biggie. I'm like Scarface. Like what? I'm like Face, man. That's my dog. I don't know why. I've always I love Face. Didn't realize Devin the Dude was on Face's shit way back in the day. He's doing the choruses and stuff before I started, you know, really getting into him later on in life, in which I got to open up for him twice. And I did get to meet Devin. I got to fucking hang out with Devin, dude, to know this dude. It's the dude, man. We fucking blazed and blazed and blazed. Ended up opening for him twice. Went to a concert of his after that with my two little brothers. Me and my little brother go over to the bar and are getting some drinks. Devin's coming off the stage and the stairs are right there at the bar. And I turn around and he see me and he's like, oh shit, funny man. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Devin dude knows who the fuck I am, dude. This is tight right now. I was like, what up, dude? He's like, hey, you remember me? He's like, fuck yeah, I remember you. I was like, it's my little brother. You want to say what's up? He looked, he goes, what's up, little brother? I was like, this fool's a pimp, dog. This shit is tight right here. I mean, I've got to open up for my two favorite fucking rappers. Like, that's crazy. I didn't even try. Like, I wasn't petitioning. I wasn't trying to get to him or nothing. My homie's like, hey, man, you want to open a show for us? I was like, a rap show? You know, I don't know. He's like, well, Devin's fucking headlining, you know, Scarface. And I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to do that. Just like I was saying earlier, you know, nobody wants to see it.
No.
I'm excited to do it. Nobody else is excited to see me do it. So to get laughter at those fucking shows, that's fucking, that's gold, baby. There's nothing like it. Nobody wants to hear you. And they're like, respect. Yeah, all right. That was funny. Like, yeah, this is shit. No, come on, get out of here, fucker. Come on. Devin was taking his time the second time I opened up for him, and I was getting over a cold. And you know, when you're sick and you're drinking alcohol, whatever, you start to lose your voice. Oh, it's getting bad. And he's like, Devin the Dude. I was like, yeah, Devin the Dude. Devin. Get out here, fucker. I'm dying. He could hear me. He started laughing and shit. So he come out, he's laughing his ass off. I'm like, this is tight. Standing on stage, sharing blunts with these fools. I wish I'd have met Face, though, man. I didn't get to meet his ass. You know, everybody all up on him. I was like, fuck. Yeah, I regret not being able to meet Face, man. But those two times that could have been miserable. I mean, if you're not a performer, yeah, good luck to you. I don't know. I guess I'm a performer. You know, I get up there and I give it. I have energy. I want it. I want people to enjoy themselves, but I don't want to force laughter neither. Like, that's why I try not to pause. It's not like, this is where you laugh. You know, I don't want anybody to, because if you don't fucking laugh, you look like a douche. You know? That when it drops, you're like, fuck. Then the other day I was, oh man. So I try to keep it. I try to keep the ball rolling, and I know I've been told many times, you talk too fast. You're stepping over your jokes, and I'm like, fuck. All right. So I try to pause. It's like, it's not me. I'm not being myself right now. I'm pausing for you. Fuck you. If you missed it, come back and catch it next time. God damn it.
Indeed, and so true about the music and the comedy thing. Like, and that's I try to do that in the beginning of the fest, like in the early years. Like, you know, I put like the comics between the bands when they were switching out. Not good.
Don't be dumb. Fuck no, it's not good. No. So now people think comedy can be filler.
Yeah,
it's a movie, bro. We're a movie.
Yep.
If you can't just throw a movie on in the middle of something and be like, "You check this out." Nobody gives a flying fuck about that movie. We're doing live shit here, man.
Yep.
People have televisions on in the bar, lights on. You can't.
Nope.
You just put on a movie. Shut
Yep.
these motherfuckers up. Let's watch this movie,
Absolutely. And that's why I
right?
put like I have the comedies on both the opening dates and the closing date of the fest now, and then I put the music in between, so it's like a comedy like sandwich. So it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Music is filler.
Yeah.
You can talk over music any fucking time. A band doesn't lose their shit when people are not focused on them. A comedian does.
Absolutely.
See, people get that backwards. They think that comedy can fill music. No, music can fill comedy time. Yeah.
Most definitely. And Rick, these are the questions I wanted to ask you because I wanted to go on tour, but this whole thing stopped me from going on tour. So with that said, Rick, I know that so since there's more viewers that are watching this, which I'm thankful for, if you'd like to jump in the live chat, you're more than welcome to. So to
What up,
remind
everybody?
what's up, and so to remind everyone, and I know that it's a dark space, but what inspired you to perform stand-up comedy?
I
Just for
lost
these
my ball, baby. I lost my ball. They say it takes balls to do this shit. It only takes one. All right.
I love that.
It's like one of the first jokes I ever wrote, man, like 12 freaking years ago and shit. And cancer, man, and life is, I don't know what the fuck life is. But I like making people, my kids, when they're babies, tickling them. I loved it. Stop, Dad, stop. You just, I love it. Now it's like I'm tickling people without touching them. You know what I'm saying? Would I stop talking? Oh, they start laughing like I'm fucking tickling. It's awesome, man. Like, oh, you gotta stop. Somebody comes up to you after a show and they're like, I needed that. And like, what do you mean? I needed that. You needed me? Yeah, I needed that right there. What we just did. Thank you. I needed that. And that is, I understand it. When I was dying, it's cancer. You don't know what's going to happen. Your body may not react because he gave me 2 intense doses of this shit. So it could have killed me. It could have put me on my ass. I didn't get bald. Hair actually got a little thicker. It's weird. Like nails grew stronger. So I don't know what was in it. It was a little good for me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm still alive. 12 years. Well, yeah. Has it been 12 fucking years now? God, 12 years later.
Dang.
Still going, man. But yeah, laughter, they say is the best medicine. It really is. I could have been just devastatedly done, just crying and everything. Instead, I'm joking. Like they put an X on my hand where the side that they're going to take, the left side. And I was like, hey, man, am I going to wake up without a ball or a hand? He's like, what, dude? Come on. I was like, fucking mark it. Go ahead. You're going to be cutting it off. You might as well take the magic marker, tickle it a little bit or something. I'm talking shit. Like right before boom, go back from 100. Like, I don't know.
Oh, man.
Because what if I don't wake up?
Yeah.
Well, what was the last thing he said? You told me, well, you're under my ball. Boom, right there. People are laughing. Last thing fucking dude said makes you laugh. Awesome. I'm going out right there. Fucking, that's awesome. I don't know what's next. It's scary because I'm in charge of 3 people. A parent. Fucking. Do you have any kids?
No, I'm just single, no kids.
Good. So see if somebody dies, you don't go to prison.
Indeed.
Unless you kill them. You know what I'm saying? If one of those fuckers died, I would have gone to prison this whole time. That's dumb. What kind of bullshit. An accident happens, I go to jail. Fuck you. It's a big responsibility to have kids.
Indeed, most definitely. I used to work at Home Depot, and my coworker said, if you can't feed them, don't breed them. And so I can't feed them yet, but when I can feed them, I'll have kids. So.
You're responsible. I could barely feed myself. I had a coke habit back in the day. Still had kids.
Indeed. And like it reminded me of that movie Nightbreed because when he said breed and then Nightbreed and then it's like my name's in the movie. Yeah, back to Clive. So
that's so impressive, dude. When I saw your fucking website, I was like, this dude's getting love from Clive Barker. Like it was a tweet or something like he put out, didn't he?
Yeah, it changed my life.
Man, that's fucking tight.
It's like like when Stephen King co-signed him in the very beginning of his career, like when Books of Blood came out, it's total same feeling. And then my career launched right after that. I'm like, holy crap! All with all those famous bands that they had me write for.
Yeah, exactly. He opened a fucking door.
Yeah, the gates
Big
of hell. We just it's awesome.
Clive Barker opened up the gates of hell for you. That's pimp. No, that's fucking tight, dude. Fuck yeah.
Pinhead and the
Oh
Cenobites were
man.
on the other side waiting with their arms open, and it was just embraced. It was awesome. It was good stuff.
Dude, fuck, you gotta ride those waves, man. You know,
Oh, yeah.
that's all I hear is yeah, if it comes, you better fucking grab it. You know, if you're not ready, good luck to you. Fake it till you make it.
Absolutely, indeed, Rick. And so, what was it feeling like when you first performed stand up?
It's it sucked so bad. First time I took the stage as a stand-up comedian, saying "fuck it, I can do it." Hell no, I didn't write a damn thing down. I just said, I can get up there because I watched a couple of fools get up there. I was like, come on, man, this is stupid. You know, yeah, I'll go up there talk shit. I did, you know, and the things that did come out my mouth, I did get laughs, but oh god, it was just like seconds passed. Like I'd say something and felt like, oh, I did a couple minutes. Fuck no, I did like 10 seconds or so. So I think I was up there maybe a total of a minute and a half or something. Like it wasn't shit. And I did a bit about normally when I do my jokes, I can pace back and forth, but I was on a box or fucking soapbox or whatever, and I just fall off the stage, sort of trying to do like I don't know Steve Martin-ish, fucking all those guys are in my head like little slapsticks. Oh good, and I was like, fuck, this sucks, no, because I get back to the mic and the light was so bright, dude, it was just blinding me, and you can just sort of see silhouettes of heads, and they're just sort of sitting there fucking looking at me. I'm like, I don't want to do this because they laugh and then they stop. That's normal now. That's fine with me. I don't give a shit. You laugh, boom, you laugh, boom, you laugh. Sometimes when they keep going, that's fantastic. But otherwise, get back to it. Get back to it. I was like, fuck, this sucks. All right, no, this fucking sucks. I'm out of here. I was like, I'm out, man. I was like, oh, I didn't want to go see the people I came with. I was like, fuck, I just want to go home. I want to disappear. I want to disappear right now. I don't want to do this no more. That was the beginning of the year. I had to go through chemo and everything. So I did that. Then I got sick, and I think a whole year went by. And then I said, I'm going to be a fucking stand-up comedian. And the first thing in my first comedy book, I have fucking notepads and shit all over in here. But in the first notepad is my dad's eulogy. And I remember telling people, if I can't say what I wrote down in this fucking book right here, I will never be a comedian. Because this book is going to be my very first comedy book. All my jokes are going in here. So that means anything I write in this book, I have the confidence to say in front of everybody. So I'm going to write my dad's eulogy down in here. And what fucking sucked about my dad was you would have thought he was rich. They fought over him like he was somebody. And the fucker had nothing. He had nothing, no money or nothing saved up. I don't have money or nothing saved up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a fucking chip off the old block. I'm an apple right off that tree. Like I don't have savings and shit. Like I'm doing good. I have make money. I support my family and everything. But no, I haven't thought about the future. But you'd have thought, he was fucking the king, and everybody was fighting over him. And I was like, fuck, no, I can't. Losing my dad, man, right there. I was like, I can't fucking do this no more. My family is wrong, but they're both right. His woman was a piece of shit I never wanted to be dealt with, but that was his choice to live like that. My family hated her. I hated, she was a piece of shit to people, and I get it 100%, but that was his choice. And then when he didn't have a say no more, they felt like they could say what's going to happen with him. And I was like, no, nobody's having respect right now. Not her, the disrespectful woman that we're not loving right now. And not you guys, because damn good and well he wouldn't have put up with this shit. So I had to write that out without saying it in those words because I'm going to be in church. So I was like, oh man. I stood in the middle of the pews. So here's everybody sitting, and I'm standing right in the middle. His casket's right down below me. So me and him are center. Everybody else is there. Everybody goes up, does their speech and stuff. Nobody expected me to die. I guess I was dramatic about it. I fucking walked down the middle of the aisle, went up there, said my bit, and I didn't curse my family out or nothing like that. That's not right. Because they were right. The woman sucked. She did. She was a shit person to him, but that's what he chose. So I was trying to just be respectful of him, and I had to tell my family that, and I did. And my grandma was pissed at me until we really had a conversation. And it sucked. I think it drawed a line in the sand with me and some uncles and shit. And I don't regret it, but I regret it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost people that I still wish were in my life, but somebody had to say something for my pops. So that's the very first thing that was ever written in the book, man, was, what I had to say. And I fucking put it down, and everything since I've written in the book has been said in front of public, whether it's hit or not. Not all of it's gold, baby.
And what are your favorite comedy specials and comedy record albums?
My comedies, like, I like to watch.
Yep. And listen to.
I mean, Cheech and Chong are fucking classics. Dude, I just listened to an audible book. What was it? My Name's Not Cheech, but Don't Call Me Chong. And he started off, he said, my name is Richard Anthony Marin. And I was like, oh shit. My name was Richard Anthony Romero when I was born. I was like, damn, I didn't know fucking pretty much have the same name, and I've been listening to him since, 15, 14 years old, smoking weed when I shouldn't have smoking weed. And yeah, Cheech and Chong were the shit, man. Yeah, that's got to be my favorite, I get. Because people have asked me my favorite comedians, and I've said like Eddie Murphy before, and I mean fucking Dave Chappelle. Dude, Dave Chappelle told me I was funny, dog. We were in the comedy room, the Comedy Works screen room, and there was like 12 people in there. We're all smoking weed and stuff. I didn't even do comedy that night. Somebody said something, and I just, reply. I don't even know what I said. To this day, I can't remember what the fuck I said. And I just remember Dave turned around and he goes, "You're fucking funny." I'm like, "Oh, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, shit. Dave Chappelle told me I'm funny. What the fuck?" I didn't know what else to say after that. You know what? I don't even know what happened now. But oh man, yeah, I forgot about fucking. But I guess it's got to be. I mean, I love Eddie Murphy though, man. I was just watching him the other day. I was watching Raw. So I guess old school would probably be Cheech and Chong and fucking Eddie Murphy, man.
Heck yeah, excellent.
And actors, yeah.
And they've been on TV and film, and I want to know what your favorite sitcom, sketch shows, and comedy films are.
I don't know. I'm a sitcom junkie. I watch them all, man. Like I'm still watching the Connors, or they're rebooting everything, so I'm fucking back on board and shit. Fuck Full House. I wasn't trying to get on Full House. It's bullshit.
Indeed. Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop's got to be, one of my. I watched it way too young, so I fell in love with it. If you're watching out there, okay, and you wonder why I got a bad mouth, I was watching these movies way too young. Major League is one of my favorite movies out there, and I was like only fucking 9 or 10 watching that. It comes out. That's the way people talk, I thought. Yeah, the sitcoms, just all-time favorite. I loved fucking watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. No, I've been, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with people, man. I've been referenced as Will Smith a few times. I went to Missouri back in the day with my ex-wife, and I was like 22 maybe, and got all drunk doing karaoke. I was doing Tone Loc songs, and they were pissed. All these hillbillies were fucking angry because I was in South Missouri, dude. I was in Joplin, Missouri. We don't hear that goddamn rap bullshit. So the fucking DJ's like, I wasn't signing up. I didn't even sign up for one song. I ended up doing like 4. DJ's like, you want to do one of them songs again? I was like, yeah, fuck that. Let's do it. So they get all drunk, dude. He goes, all right, give it up for the Fresh Prince of Denver. I'm like, what the fuck? Nah, I'm getting referenced out here because there's been people over time, like older ladies like my mom said, you remember me, Will Smith? I'm like, no, I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. Got dirty mouth, not that dark. What's going on? But then I go out to Missouri, same thing. They reference me. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. But I always liked the Fresh Prince of Bel Air growing up.
Indeed. And your favorite sketch show?
Favorite what?
Sketch show.
Sketch? Oh, that's Chappelle, dog.
Yeah.
Well, no, well, that's no, fuck no. I mean, yeah, Chappelle was the shit, but he only went 2 fucking seasons or whatever. Like, I'm still watching Saturday Night Live, and goddamn, In Living Color was the shit. I don't got a favorite sketch show. Nah, if you putting sketches out there, man, I'm in it. Yeah, fuck it, I'm with it. Mad TV, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that one got. I didn't stick with Mad TV as much. I'm still with Saturday Night Live 100%, and I've watched Dave Chappelle over and over again. So yeah, those three are tied for me. It's Saturday Night Live and Dave Chappelle. Those, yeah.
Indeed. Cher chimed in and she said, "It's always the mom's fault with the wink emoji." So I think.
There's wink. I don't see no wink emojis.
Oh, click on comments and then it'll come up on your side.
Oh, that's my mom. See?
See, that's awesome. Like,
she's watching.
That's so cool. Like, my mom's the reason why I'm dirty on stage, because she's dirty. Like, she'll say like the most insane stuff.
See, my mom's not. No, that's the thing, is my mom doesn't cuss. She don't smoke, don't drink. No, that's the thing. She wouldn't put me down and watch the movies. She would go to parties or whatever, and she would take me with her. And oh yeah, no, we got Laserdisc in the other room. We want to watch. Yeah, I'm watching Beverly Hills Cop and shit on Laserdisc. Watching. Yeah, it wasn't that she was sitting me down renting these movies for me. It was I would go out with her and her friends, and then me and the other kids and stuff would go in and we watch these movies. So, all right, Mom, it's not your fault, but yeah, you were in charge. Okay, it was on your shift. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you caught it earlier, but when would they die? It's your fault. Okay, 21, and that's why I'm happy. My oldest is 21. If he dies, that's on him. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to prison. Or 2 other ones. It's I gotta keep
Awesome. It's so funny that you brought up Laserdisc, because I have like this huge horror movie collection on Laserdisc at home in Colorado, like in boxes. And there's so many
over in the middle, man. You're halfway in and you're getting into. Please flip to side 2. You're like, what the fuck?
I have a Laserdisc player here at home right now too. It's like in Florida. It's like,
is it 1080? Is it? It's HD, right? Like, it was HD before HD was a thing.
Yeah, it's a Pioneer. Like, and it has like that. There's a thing that's for like the Sega Genesis thing you can put in there too, so you can play video games on it. It's dope. It's Hell like, yeah. I got it for $20 from a friend. So.
Dude, my little brother gave me a projector, and I was like, "Are you sure you're just gonna give this away?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, my buddy says like $1,000." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Are you sure you're just going to give me this?" He's like, "Dude, I just did it to put ghosts on the window and stuff." And I'm like, "Nah, man, like, this is TV if you want it to be." And he's like, "I'm not using it, so go ahead." Dude, I have a fucking theater in my room now, man. At the bottom of my bed is just a straight projector screen, just like in school. And it's huge. It's freaking huge. I'm like, this is awesome. And hell yeah, I got the hookup for free too. He hooked me up. I paid for the projection screen. It was like $60. Yeah, it's the shit. Roku, man. The new movie. It's the shit. I'm watching TV in bed all day.
Your mom commented again if you want to read it.
Haven't lost one yet, but the night is still. Now it's murder, mother. All right, okay, you know.
She's a comedian too. She's a comedian too. You got to bring her to the fest when you come down,
dude. To have her support me like this is crazy, because she's supporting me.
Yeah,
I get on stage and I am myself. Not, the guy at the party. You're not the guy at the party the same way you are at mom's house with you. You know what I'm saying? So for her to come in and support and go to my shows and watch these videos, it's awesome, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's the best.
Mom. I love you.
Indeed, we love you, Mom. And it's the best thing when you have like your parents like supportive, like 100%. It's like, and I'm glad my parents are still here and they gave me $100 to go on tour and stuff. And man, just to like have them on your side and they're like, see, being a stand-up comedian is not being a failure. They encourage me to be a doctor or a lawyer because like Asian folks do that to you. But like, they go, we're just happy you're doing what you love. And that's all you want.
So you're Asian?
I am. I'm Cambodian.
You're not black?
Nope, I'm not black. I get that all the time though.
Well, no shit. You look black. I'm just saying.
Indeed. I get black, Thai, Samoan, Vietnamese, Filipino. I get
Well,
like
I was gonna say half. Like now. Yeah, I was gonna say half, but I don't know what half. So what are
indeed.
you then?
Full Cambodian, 100%.
Cambodian. Okay,
Yep.
I'm
It's
half
like,
Irish, half Mexican.
nice. So I don't have any Cambodian breast milk for you, but like Chappelle.
Good for
But
you. I'm in Colorado still, brother. That's the only thing that keeps me from going to Florida.
well, they have medical now, so it's good.
Do they?
Yeah, yeah. It's
When I
legalized.
was down there, well, just 2019. It wasn't. It was like medical, but nah, it wasn't. Man, it was a fucking pain in the ass. Still, like you had to go through.
Yeah,
Is it still like that?
I think so. So I'd stick with
The only thing
Colorado.
that made me think about going down there was I might be able to open up a shop again.
Ah, indeed.
Mom's
It,
watching. Mom's watching. We'll keep this.
awesome. And if you can go on tour with any comedian, you've done, you went on tour when we spoke earlier, like that cross country. But if you can go on tour again with any local and international known comics, which comics would you go on tour with?
Anybody who'd like to take me, I would love to go out there and hit the road with you. Let's do this. I am not picky. You know what I'm saying? If you want a clean comic, I'm probably not your flavor. But if you want to party, let's do this. Okay. Hell no,
Absolutely.
I'm not going to break this down for anyone. I'm saying anybody out there who's making money and want to get out there with the funny, holler at your boy, please, and thank you.
Absolutely. I'm an old dirty bastard, just like ODB. So I'm dirty as all get out. So it'd
It is
be
what it is, man. And I try to censor myself sometimes, and it just like I think I said it before. It's not me. I'm not flowing. And then I think to myself, people were like, "What's wrong with you?" I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Is there something wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? That you feel like you can't say certain words. What's wrong with you? Fucking
exactly.
make me feel bad because I feel good about emphasizing words. When you say that, when you put that F word right there where it belongs, boom, it hits like a motherfucker. I know I get all right. I'm getting a little too much. But
it's
it is, I don't know. Like I said earlier, you can cry about being Nancy or anything else. You can cry about anything, everything, and most people are crying about everything. But that's why I told you about cancer. I could have sat there and cried, or I could have talked shit and make the most of it. And that's what I've been doing for the past 12 years. Is talking shit. Some people say, "Oh, what kind of comedy you do?" I talk shit.
indeed.
Talk
And
shit. If you want
we're
to come
just
see it, come see it. You be crazy, dude. It's crazy.
your mic cut off, Rick. But while Rick's fixing his mic, I wanted to say we're just working our First Amendment rights, and comedians come first. And so, no pun intended. So, but please follow Rick on Facebook and Twitter and TikTok, and subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's scrolling below, and it's on his. It's also beneath in the description box below. Visit his website, book him, and all that good stuff. Um, so that's all there for you. Let's see. It says your mic is not connected, so I can't unmute you. So we'll get that all situated and all that stuff for you. So while he's fixing his mic, go out to his Facebook and Twitter, and go do his website and subscribe to his YouTube. Let's see here. It says your mic's not connected. It's there. I see it, but if you want, try using your phone, and then use the link, and then we'll just continue. We'll wrap it up with that instead. So we're going with the plan B, everyone. Mama Share will be all right. We'll promise ya. Like I said, with all these interviews, I'm trying to raise everyone's social media numbers up. So that way, when they go back on to those comedy club stages, they'll be booked right away because that's what comedy clubs are looking for nowadays. It's all about your social media presence. So get those Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube and TikTok numbers up
Hey,
for
can you
us.
hear me now?
Yep, perfectly.
Sorry, dog.
No
Yeah.
worries.
I'm an old man, bro. I'm 42. My bad, dude. Let me know. Are we
I
good?
was, yep, we're good. We're good now.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody. I'm remedial.
All is good. If you can get roasted by 5 comedians, past and present, which comedians would you like to get roasted by?
Nobody. I don't want to be roasted by nobody. It's no fun. Okay, I've done it to people. Fuck no. I like to talk shit. I don't want people talking shit about me. Oh, my mom says, guess all those swear words melted the mic. Oh, yeah, mom. Well, Mike is spelled M-I-C. Okay, don't. She's hated that all of my life.
Awesome. That's good stuff. And my very first comedy show is my roast, and it's on my website. So if you want to watch that for an hour and just laugh for a
Wait, you
solid
got
hour,
roasted?
yeah, it was brutal. Like it's like
Like,
John.
see, it's brutal. What did you like? Did you like it?
I did because it baptized me in fire and got me prepared for Florida. It's just like I can take on anyone now. It's
I've
just like
roasted people. Like that's how I got to open up Phase on Love.
ah,
Eric Young is a promoter. He works with Michael Blackson now, and it was his birthday, and he wanted some comedians to roast him. And I was like, I've only met him a handful of times, but he liked me, and he's like, nah, we're down. So we're in the back by the green room, and he's got like 6 of us in a circle. And this little dude came. It was Lil Duval came out, and they said, all right, we want you to roast me, and then we'll see how it goes and see, where we want to put you on the show. So one went, another went, they went all right, and then my homie went, he did pretty good, and then he came to me, and I was like, what you want, you little leprechaun looking motherfucker, with your goddamn Lucky Charm shoe? And he's like, nah, you're good. Then he went over to this comedian, John Christ. Do you know who that is? He was in the news, man. He's a Christian comedian, and he had a Netflix special get pulled.
oh,
Yeah, sort of that hashtag movements that was going around. I ain't gonna call me, whatever, it is what it is. He did his damn thing, but he was the one next to me, and he goes, how do you do that? And I was like, what? And he's like, you like had that stuff lined up. I was like, nah, man, I just looked at him as he was talking to those guys, and just whatever, it came from whatever. And he's like, well, how do you do it? I was like, ooh, the devil, he blessed me with the silver tongue. You're wrong, man. You're wrong. But then I got to go up there, and I'm trying to roast Eric. I don't know really anything about him. So I'm on Facebook in the hallway waiting for my name to be called. And I'm going through his Facebook, looking him up. He's got Janky Promoters is his name. So I get up there, and I'm just roasting him. He got these glasses on. He took them off, and I was like, hey, what happened to them Tom Cruise looking glasses? All looking up here trying to be all Top Gun and shit. And he's laughing. He's on stage with me, so it made it a little easier to go at him. So me roasting somebody else, I love it. I love doing that shit. But me roasting me, nah, we're not. Hell no, we're good. We're good. Nah. Maybe if I'm old, like a good 80 years old or so, we can do a roast show. But other than that, leave me alone.
go out like Don Rickles,
Right? Come at me when we are in my golden ages.
Absolutely. Where do you see your comedy journey in the next 5 years?
Where do I see what?
Your comedy journey in the next 5 years.
What do you mean? Where do I see my comedy journey?
Like, where do you think it'll take you? Where do you see yourself being in 5 years with this comedy game?
I don't know, man. I didn't see me doing half the shit I've done already in this comedy game. That's what I like about this. I don't know what the hell is going to happen next. I'm not booked out for years in advance. I'm booked out for days in advance, weeks in advance, months. Who knows what's going to happen. And that's how I live. That's my handyman work. I don't know day to day if a paycheck's going to be coming or not. But so far, they've been coming for the last 7 years. So hope. I mean, I want to be working steadily in the club. I want to be steadily touring around. If it can take me out of the country, that'd be fantastic. So yeah, in 5 years, I hope to be touring to where I'm out of the country and, spreading my wings, being don't be dumb all over the country and beyond.
Well, I'll do my best in the future for I'll put you on my festival for sure this time
Dude,
around.
hell yeah, I'm down, dude. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, definitely. Shit, yeah. I'm
Indeed,
in.
but for Florida's dates though, I got so many people to pay back for all the stage time that they got me, but I'm gonna keep it going every year too. So
I
as soon as I
understand.
get like I pay my dues for those guys, I'll get you on for sure.
Cool,
So
man. Fuck yeah. Anybody you want from out of state, let me know, man. I'll drop my bags and fucking let's do it. Shit,
absolutely,
I'll get my Wally wagon and drive out there. I don't give a fuck, man. It'll happen.
we'll make that tour out of it. So 230 comics just rocking the mic all over the states.
We
So
could do it just like we call it, just that too. Two dirty comics rocking the stage.
indeed, absolutely. And which other forms of comedy which I different off into, like improv, sketch, comedy writing, acting, directing, etc.
What that was like a big slur. What? What? Just like break that down for me again.
It's like those micro machine commercials from back in the day.
I know
What?
you going at it right now, coming at me like Twister and shit. What?
Yeah. Indeed, I'll go back. So, which forms of comedy would you venture off into next, like improv, sketch, comedy writing, acting, directing, etc.?
Oh, which will I branch out to? Whichever will take me, baby. Let's do this. You want me to write some shit? I'll write some shit. Now, you know what? I don't want to be a writer. I don't. I don't want to write. So I can't imagine writing my jokes and seeing somebody else out there getting fucked on. That's like the magician. What was that movie where he had the guy underneath and they got to kill him or whatever, and he's always underneath the stage? Like there were two people, Presidio or something like that. Like the one always got the credit at the other end of the night, and the other one was underneath the stage. Like everybody's cheering for him. No, I need everybody cheering for me. I don't want to fucking write and then see you get the accolades for that. No. So as an actor, I've always wanted to be an actor, dude.
Heck yeah.
Actually, I did a movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it sucked.
What's it called?
The guy who did it didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Cloud Games.
It's called Cloud Games. It's terrible. The guy wanted to be the actor, the director, the freaking star. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. He took money from people. It didn't go the way it wanted to. We all were just sitting there with the thumbs up our asses. We wasted a couple weeks. I got some good takes off of it. I could probably get something going with it, but I always like being an actor, man. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be great to be famous, but just to make people laugh is awesome. Going in the middle of nowhere, you know, if you walk into a bar and you say, "Hi, I'm Rick. Hi, I'm Rick," nobody gives a fuck, you know. But when I get off that stage, "Hey, what's up, Rick? How you doing, Rick? Come buy you a drink, Rick." Everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody loves you. How can you go wrong with that? You're in the middle of nowhere. Most people get scared when they're in the middle of nowhere. I got people coming up wanting to meet me. Man, that's it, man. That's the dream right there, is to have people like you, to have people accept you for who you are. Absolutely. And that's why I got into comedy, man. I want to be me in front of everybody. I'm with my homies. This is gold. All day, every day, they be laughing their asses off. We'll be clowning the shit out of people. My family was Mexican. You understand that? I was clowned from the fucking day I met everybody in that family. My mom tried to keep me She tried to come for me, man. She tried to put me in the bubble. Nope. Go to the Mexican family. Boom. I give a shit. They tell you straight how it is, man. People talk about fat shaming. Fuck that. I was skinny shamed. I was skinny shamed growing up. You don't need enough, mijo. Look at your skinny boy. Fuck you. Nah. Now everybody says I can't say nothing about fat people. If we were stuck on an island, we only had rations, I guarantee everybody be talking shit about the fat people. So quit giving me shit. Damn it. I'll say what I want.
Absolutely. Indeed. Awesome. And what is your favorite joke a comic has written?
Favorite joke? I have no idea. That's one thing. People are like, "Oh, what about stealing jokes?" I can't remember jokes. I love jokes. That's why people probably when somebody starts to tell me the joke, I'm like, okay, I've heard this one. But otherwise, I can't remember jokes for shit, dude. I cannot remember it. So I can't remember.
Indeed.
Nobody's favorite line or anything. Yeah.
And what experience would you like your audience to take with them after a set is over?
I think that feeling I told you earlier when somebody comes up and says, "I needed that." Me. You needed a dose of me. That's craziness. What do you say? You're welcome. Like, what? You needed me? Hell yeah. man, yeah, that's awesome. That's what people want, right? To be needed,
Yep.
to be wanted. I don't know anybody who does not want to be wanted. Everybody wants to be needed. Everybody wants to be wanted. For
Yep.
strangers to tell you they just appreciate you for being you that's awesome. It's awesome. Especially in
Absolutely.
the middle of nowhere, man. People, I mean, people just have TV sometimes. Like that's their only connection to the handful of people that they know in town and shit. And then you stroll in and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? And they're judgmental, right? Like, who does he think he is? And then when you get done, they're like, oh, this dude, what's up, man? What are you like? Yeah, this is awesome. How can, no, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. And Rick, so the stand-up speakeasy is I reached out to you, but how I usually do it is like I have comics recommend other comics to be part of the stand-up speakeasy because it's like the Prohibition, the Roaring Twenties. It's you gotta know someone to know someone, right? To be on the
Oh, I know
show.
about it. Shit, I'm with the Prohibition. Hell yeah. They tried
Oh
to
yeah,
hold weed back. I spread the flower. I know what's happening.
absolutely. So Rick, with that being said, which comics in Colorado would you like to see as my featured guests on the stand-up speakeasy?
Do you know Sam Talent?
I do. Well, I met him once in Pueblo, but I'd love to interview him.
Oh, you'd be lucky to interview him. You should definitely, that I so many people. Alex Ash, the one I told you about. I take him around. He's been my feature for over 10 years. I'm working with somebody named Ricky Ramos right now. You caught everybody from Colorado. Yeah, we're going tomorrow. We're gonna go tomorrow and hit up Deadwood. We're gonna stay at the casinos in Deadwood, man. Gamble gangster style. You know what I'm saying? Old school shit. We're gonna hang out there tomorrow night, and then Saturday, me and Ricky Ramos are hitting up the Naked Winery. So if you're in the Black Hills, if you're listening to shit, bring your own ass on out to the Naked Winery, man. We're gonna do the damn thing. I'm gonna light it up. I promise you. I got energy. I'm gonna bring it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Sam Talent is a big name here. He just dropped his book, man. Like, Stanhope and them or read the readers in his audio. Like, he's definitely doing that. That's my boy. I think he's out of everybody that I've met here. Josh Blue. Everybody knows Josh Blue, but Sam. Yeah, from the time I met him, man, that dude's just made nothing but moves. So yeah, definitely hit up Sam Talent.
Indeed, I need to buy Running the Light from him and read it because
Yeah, you know what's up then. Yeah,
yeah.
Well, yeah, hell yeah, definitely, dude. Hit him up. But yeah, hit up Alex Ash, man. See what he has to say about our adventures and shit.
Indeed, I had when I went on tour in Colorado, Ricky Ramos hooked me up for the spot at the Speakeasy in Longmont, and so I love that dude, and that's why I booked him on my fest last year, and so I made sure he was taken care of 100%. Like
he's already been on your fest and shit.
Yeah,
fuck Ricky, man. Nah, he's already doing the damn thing, man. Push him to the side. If you got room for Ricky, push him up. I'll be there this year. Ricky, you lost your fucking spot at the festival. You heard?
Indeed, I love that guy, so I'll definitely bring him onto the show. He's such he pays comics and he's just fantastic. And he's just awesome. We need more people.
There's a girl. She was out of LA, up in Fort Collins now. She's touring. Like, I think she just did something at the Improv in Texas. Christine Letterman.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to talk to her, man. She's a good one too. She's got moves. She's making moves. She got connections.
Awesome, fantastic. I'll reach out to all those fine folks, and hopefully they reach back out, and I'll put them on the show and shine some light with you guys on them. And I'm trying to put the entire state on the map with this thing, and the whole country with this whole thing. I'm just gonna go all out and get the whole country, just like comics like that need to be known and that aren't yet. So I want to get them.
Where you see yourself in 5 years, bro?
Me, the festival going. I got my one-man show, one-person / superhero show going on now. Charlie McMullen did the artwork for it. I don't know if you know
Charlie,
him.
man. Yeah, I know. Charlie's in that movie.
Oh, nice.
With me in that Cloud Games movie. Yeah, he ain't proud of it neither.
Yep, he's been doing all my artwork since like for the past 5 years. He put together Hellraiser with Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and just mashed the two, and they turned out so fantastic. So
yeah, I like his artwork. He did a poster of us for that movie. He drew some shit up. It was tight, man. Nice. So he put me in cartoon. That was. Do you know Mo Alexander then?
I've never met him. He was supposed to go on tour in Daytona Beach, but I did it. I watched the show.
I want to talk to him too, man. Let him know I fucking threw his name out. Mo's cool.
Absolutely, I'll reach out to him. He's in Memphis, but I'll still put Memphis on the map of
Oh
this
yeah, I
one.
forgot. Yeah, he's not for you. Asked about Colorado people. My bad.
It's
Mo,
all
fuck
good.
you, man. You ain't getting no love, Mo. You ain't-
I'll still take care of Bo for sure, though. I'll do that for sure. Rick, it's such an honor to be you have you as a guest. And, this was our movie. It's an hour and 30 minutes. It's better than Cloud Games, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that's much better than Cloud Games. It's an hour and a half already. Goddamn. And your name, you say it's Sereth, right?
Threat.
Sereth. All right.
Yep.
Make sure I'm saying it right. Shit.
Awesome.
You ain't
So
fucking up Rick, man. You got that.
indeed, and you can add this to your press kit if you'd like, and all that stuff, and
Definitely, man.
and all that good stuff. Because I'm a journalist. One of my parts of my brains as a journalist, but everything else like it's all over the place. So it comes together like a puzzle piece, like a Hellraiser puzzle. So it's
Dude,
just
I love this Clive Barker shit. I do. My lady, I don't think she knew right away. I was like, oh shit, Clive Barker's fucking giving him accolades. Hell yeah, this dude's somebody, man. He's doing something. He made some kind of moves, goddamn it. So I was impressed, man. When I had to look it up, see who I was talking to real quick. Because I wasn't sure. I was like, well, how the fuck did he find me? What's happening right now? I didn't know if we haven't met, have we?
not in person, no.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah. I mean, you meet so many freaking people out here and shit. It's like, oh, did I meet you? Not trying to be rude or nothing, but I don't remember. I didn't think so.
But I'm so glad we met online and through this
Hell yeah,
platform.
man.
And I'm even looking forward to having you on the fest this year because I'm still booking comics. And
Dude, I got you, dude. Yeah, let me know where I gotta be when I gotta be there, and I'll be there, brother. I got you. Hell yeah.
awesome, I'll take care of you, and you let me know what you need done. Like if you
Hey,
want
I'll
green
scratch your back
M&Ms.
too with the snappers, man. If you want to be introduced over there, that's right there, the 3 hours away from you, man. Fucking, it's a club. That's all we need to scratch each other's backs.
Absolutely, that's the way the world works, man.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And Mama Cher, thank you so much for joining us on the chat. It meant a lot to us, and we had so much fun with you as well. And with that being said, everyone, thank you so much for checking out the Stand Up Speakeasy. This was one of the greatest episodes I've ever had. And I've had almost
Right
80
on.
of them,
Right on. Shit, yeah, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I can't believe it's been an hour and a half.
Me neither. It's time flies when you're having fun, and they say that, and it's so true. So
I know, man. That's the only problem with this shit, man. Life is flying by. Life is fucking flying by. My babies were babies, now the fuckers are taller than me. Life's flying by. I'm having too much fun.
indeed, and the venue is called the Grindhouse, and it's all ages, so you can bring your family, your mom, your kids. It'll be fine.
Yeah, no, it's never a problem when you bring the family, dog. I know better.
That's true. I bombed in front of my parents at Jackie Knight's Comedy Club in St. Augustine. Totally understand. So, absolutely.
And mom stuck with the whole show, man. Look at that. Good show. Great interview. Oh, right on, mom. Thank you. Appreciate you. That's awesome. Hell yeah. See?
Thank you, Mom.
You mom, man. There, yeah.
Hell yeah. If you got love for Mom, it's fantastic. It's an all-around great show. So it's awesome. Thank you so much, Rick. I got you on the fest. And so we'll see you in July. And it'll be outside. We'll be safe,
That don't matter to me, man. We get intimate. We can do it in the bed. I don't give a shit, man. Just bring me on out there. Now my lady get pissed. Don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb. No, don't be dumb. Awesome. Good stuff, Rick. And everybody else, join us next time on the Stand Up Speakeasy. It's been one heck of an interview. I love this interview. This is like one of my top for sure. Cher's coming down to the show too. So it's free too to come in. I don't charge those crazy prices or nothing. So
Mom's in.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to meet you, Mom. We'll see you there. And everyone else, I can't wait to see you there too, Rick. So everyone else, be safe, be well, and take care of each other.
Hell yeah.